What's going on with the family out there? It's your boy G Consciousness in the building. Chillin', chillin', chillin'. Y'all see the title? Beast Mentality. Beast Mentality. Ugh, I'm tired, folks. Your boy tired. Man. What it do? What it do? What up, one way in the building, man? I can't sleep, man. I gotta eat. I can't sleep. I gotta eat, man. You know. But yeah, I didn't get no sleep last night. It's like this when you out here you pushing these rigs, right? You really don't sleep in these trucks. And then like I've been in my truck and somebody hit my truck before, and last night you had people, man, that couldn't drive. And so when I went in to go take my shower, it's like you come back out, you gotta hope nobody didn't hit your truck, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, came out, everything was cool, but then like when I laid down, everybody get to moving around and trucks get to coming in trying to park, and it's crazy out here, yo. Like it's crazy. And the main thing, you don't want nobody to hit your truck, because if they hit your truck, then you sitting and you waiting and you can't make any money, especially if they take the whole front end off. And so you don't want to be put in that situation. Sometimes you can sit for a whole week just to get into the dealer. And if you're in a town that, you know what I'm saying, that you don't know about, or there is no freight liner, then you stuck like Chuck, yo. You know, but for the most part, it'd be like a vacation or whatever. But at the same time, when you got a goal and you need to do some stuff, you need to keep on making this money. You know what I'm saying? But I need another vacation, yo. I'm tired. So last night I didn't get to sleep. Sometimes it's worth paying the $15 to get into a reserve spot. Cause you get into a reserve spot, then you can get in. You know what I'm saying? Take a shower. You ain't got to worry about nobody hitting your truck. You know what I'm saying? And everything good. But when you get into these other spots, you got these drivers. Uh, they might can't drive, but at the same time, I mean, well, they can't drive, or they might be in training. I don't want to say that because sometimes we all be tired and slip up and do something silly. But I ain't never hit nobody's truck before, so thank God. But yeah, so uh, I want to talk about beast mentality. You know what I'm saying? Let me talk about that. We need to talk about that. Let me make sure I share this. That boy Tommy Sotomayor, that boy, think he went live. He's sitting back sweating like I don't know what. In hot Arizona. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, but let me tell y'all something that happened today, right? So you got this guy. His name is matter of fact. Let's look up his name. Let's look up this guy's name. Let's look up his name. Let's see. Let's look up his name. What up, Sister Cherry? Now here's the crazy thing, cause he says that he is a comedic, But let's look at. I think his name is Ahim or something. Let's see, where is it at? Notifications. Okay, his name is Akeem Amin, right? His name is Akeem Amin, and so he's been responding on a lot of my posts. But let me show you this. Let me show you how. Let me show you this how wicked the black community is, and I'm talking about my community because I'm in the community. You know what I'm saying? And there's wickedness in every community. Majority of people be on some wicked stuff. But let me show you how illogical and foolish this brother is. His name is Akeem Amin, right? Now, he says he's a comedic. And I'm gonna show you why black people in the neighborhoods and also in the community is failing, and why we in the position that we in. And because the mindset is we got a beast mentality. Why? Because we're conforming to the very image of the beast. Let me show you this clown right here. And this is why I sometimes I had to explain the Bible in a way to where I can come down a little bit to talk to these clowns, yo, cause they bogus, yo. Like, and to be honest, if we was in the and I wasn't dealing with this Bible, it'd be in a way to where this is still common sense, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying, you gotta understand that what you doing, yo, is pure foolishness. It sounds retarded. It makes no sense at all. You know what I'm saying? And when you talking to a person that's been on this earth 36 years, you sound stupid, yo. You know what I'm saying? You sound ignorant. And to be honest, I had to get away from you because the way you sounding. You know what I'm saying? So let me show you something. This mindset of a foolish man. You know what I'm saying? And you got them in every nation. They're in every nation. But you not finna come to me and try to play me and try to like everything sweet and then try to try to wrap something up in some rand wrap or whatever you got, try to make it look like that it's good, and I'm supposed to just run with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't get out like that. So let's look at what he says. He says, "Fam, you got roasted, so please stop. You can't follow a white boy around and expect to get support from the black community. Ain't happening, fam. Sorry, you look like Vocast's pet monkey too. You and Cherry Love, right?" This is what he says. Now, this is a comedic dude. Now, he says that we look like fools, right? He says he's a comedic. Now, I'm going to show you how bogus this clown is. First of all, I'm an African. He's an African, right? Now, if you ain't out there and you ain't coming up against GMS and One West, they don't deal with Africans. They don't deal with us, yo. They say that there is no room for us but to be a slave, and they're gonna rape your daughters, yo, when you come to GMS. You know what I'm saying? So this clown, this bogus guy, who I can look at and say this the foolishness that's in the communities, and some of y'all need to get smacked out, slapped out, stomped out, so y'all can get up out that wicked mindset that you in. You see what I'm saying? Because anytime you got a clown that sits back and allows these guys to call, what's going on, Virtue, and allows these guys to call black women B words, but you say you comedic though, because most comedic dudes, they ain't finna go for that. Hey, that's they say the black woman is God. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that, but that's what they say. So anytime you allow somebody to do that, right? This is why the community is like it is. You got this guy that's OGs, older guys, 30 plus, bums, misusing the black women in the neighborhoods. These Negroes out here trying to have 2 or 3 wives, 5 wives, and broke, ain't got no money, yo. How that work? What that look like? And then try to say, well, Israel did it back in the days. Israel had money. You broke. You ain't got no money. How you gonna take care of 5 wives and you broke? Makes no sense, yo. Then you having kids. It seems to me you just got some type of Greek orgy going on. That's what you're doing, because you ain't got no money to take care of these kids that you got, that you having. So you tripping. So then he tells me, right? He says, let's peek this clown out. Let's look, check him out. You know what I'm saying? This why the community is like it is. See, you can talk that stuff to somebody that's a religious nut, but you're not gonna come to me talking that, cause I'm gonna peep you from a mile away and say, hey, bro, if you don't get your silly behind, yo, you tweaking, you tripping, you need to snap out of it, because that's what you need to do, yo. And so even though brothers get off into this Bible, right? Even though brothers get, what's up, Dragnut? Even though brothers get off into this Bible, you not finna sit up here and try to smooth talk me and think I don't know what's still going on out here. I can see somebody with the foolishness already. I'm gonna give y'all one example, right? But before I give y'all that example, let me show y'all this clown, right? He said, G Consonants, you got me wrong. I ain't with them. How you ain't with them? You following me around. You calling me a monkey, Sister Cherry a monkey. Talking about vote, we got bananas in our book bag for vocab. But you following me around, who you call a monkey, and you ain't helping your people. Ain't doing nothing, yo. Probably ain't got a dime to do nothing, yo. So why is you even on my page talking crazy? You know what I'm saying? Like you talking to somebody that don't know the game. If you went before OG and he was listening to you and he heard what you say, he'll look at you and say, nigga, is you crazy? Have you lost your mind, man? And this is the problem with the community, yo. The community don't understand that these brothers that's out here teaching this foolishness, they not for African Americans, yo. They not for Africans at all. So if you say that you a Kemetic or whatever the case may be, how is you siding with them? When I'm out there with the book bag, I'm out there with the information, you know what I'm saying? I'm in this truck working so I can feed the poor, so I can feed people and do things in households. And you talking about this foolishness and this craziness, yo. When you should be out there right with me, standing right there for the cause. You know what I'm saying? You ain't doing none of that. But then you want to come against me, talk against me, when they talking about your sister, right? And you ain't did nothing. That's in the, if you look at it, it's the, I'm on my phone right now, Drag, but if you look at the, it's the one where it says calling Chicago ITR out to a debate. Remember that one I was saying I was calling them out to a debate and you said you were moderated? It's on that one. And so this is the mentality, this is the beast mentality of this mindset. I people a mile away. I don't know. It's like when your children trying to get over on you and say something silly. You just look at them like, bro, do you know I used to do that same thing when you was younger? That's how I'm looking at this dude. Like, bro, I don't know who you think you fooling, yo. But if you gonna get out there and you gonna help your people out, right? And you say you for your people, how are you not standing with me, Vocab and Sister Cherry, with what we're doing? Because we out there standing for the people, letting people know that there's hope. And then also what they teaching is false because they give people no hope. Imagine you coming up to me as an African and telling me that I have no position, no place, but to be a servant, kiss your feet, and that's it, yo. So we out there standing against that. And then these brothers calling this sister a gorilla. They calling this sister all types of B words. But you out there, you know what I'm saying? You over here, you commenting on my stuff, talking crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? And not one time, even if you got a disagreement of what we're dealing with, not one time did you come and did you say, hey, look, let's hey sister, I disagree with what you're dealing with, but at the same time, brother, can you stop calling this sister a B word? You know what I'm saying? Didn't do that though, yo. Didn't do that. But then you want to try to come and attack me. You know what I'm saying? Have you lost your mind, son? Is you retarded, man? I see past the foolishness. I see the beast mentality that's in you, yo. And it's in them boys that's out there. Because them boys, them ain't men. Them brothers out there trying to gather wives, trying to gather women, ain't got no jobs, broke. You know what I'm saying? You can't even take care of one wife. She probably taking care of you while you out there telling her the Most High don't want me to work because he want me to do the ministry. He want me to get out here on these streets. You know what I'm saying? Then you gather another wife, you tell them the same thing, then they all put their government assistance that they got, or if they got jobs, to help your lazy behind out while you sitting up in a Section 8 house. You know what I'm saying? Section 8 house, and you with her. You know what I'm saying? And so this is what's going on, and you ain't even supposed to be there. Cause Section 8 don't want men in the house. We've been through this already before. You know what I'm saying? So this is the game, yo, that y'all play. And it's ridiculous. So then he say, look what he says. He says, G. Constance. Well, he says, let's look at what else he said. I'm talking about the dude just on some foolery. You know what I'm saying? I'm just looking like, this dude foolish, man. You know, like we out here playing games. Like we ain't out here. All we doing is exposing the folly. Getting the information on there, exposing the folly, because as you can see in those streets, people are gathering to that mess on a daily basis. Why? Because they plan on the mind of the people. That's why. If you go to them and tell them, hey, you know that you a child of God, or you this and this, and then they put all this hate in you and all of that type of stuff, and then you become this religious nut. They putting all these rape doctrine in you. I'm saying, and then they putting all this in the kingdom. You gonna have these slaves, and they gonna wash your feet and all this different crazy stuff. What these people is putting in you, yo. That's what they putting in you. They destroying you. They making you become what the beast is. That's what they doing. You know what a beast is? A beast attack on a beast kill. Most beasts that you see, they have this natural instinct within them. And that natural instinct is to survive. And it's to survive at any cost. You know what I'm saying? And we all want to survive. But if I got to survive at the cost of somebody else's life, in other words, if I got to go demoralize myself to take somebody out or get rich and die trying, I don't want to live that type of life. I don't want to be attacking human beings just to be sitting back trying to live so I can live a prosperous life, me and my family. Why? Because that's what the elite do. They sit back and chill and sit at the table, you know what I'm saying, with their families. But then when you look at other families, we've been put in a position to where we can't do what we need to do. You know what I'm saying? So bottom line is this is, y'all brothers is tweaking, man. You know, y'all out here. So then, you know, he steady commenting. You know what I'm saying? He steady saying stuff. Let's see. Let's see what he says. And this ain't the only one he been commenting, been saying stuff on. So, bottom line is, this brother wicked. This brother, he should be standing, you know what I'm saying? It says, watch the movie War of the Planet of Apes, but pay close attention to the apes called Donkey. They too supported Vocab Malone. This dude is foolish. This dude going around, right? He's sitting up there, yo, he ain't really seeing what's going on. He's a blind guide, man. He been blinded, you know what I'm saying? And he also blinding everybody else. I mean, how can you sit back and not really deal with what these guys is dealing with, and then when you see brothers coming up to deal with it, then you got a problem. Whether if they black, white, we all standing for the same cause, and that's to be all free. And what makes us free is this word of God, you know what I'm saying? We all standing for the same cause. Now, if you got a person that don't got the same, and then another thing too is, don't come to me telling me, especially being a brother that's been in these streets for 36 years, well, not in the streets for 36, but since 6 or 8 years old, you know what I'm saying? Don't come to me telling me that just because a person is black, that that's my brother. Is you foolish, yo? Like, I've been through that already, man. I already know that just because a person my skin color, that's not my brother, yo. I don't know where y'all get that from. And if you see me saying brothers because I say brother because I'm friendly to everybody, but at the same time, in reality, these brothers, just because they my skin color, they not my peoples, yo. They not my peoples. And if they white and they doing wickedness, they not my peoples, yo. I'm pro-righteous before anything. That's before anything. I don't care what color you is. I know that you will kill me just like you will kill anybody else if we got disagreements or if you got this lust or this greed that's in you. You know what I'm saying? You got a beast mentality. So you'll kill me. So don't come to me telling me we brothers because we the same color. Is you crazy, yo? Even the Bible don't teach that. Christ says he committed himself to no man because he knew what was in man. Well, what was in man? Man is wicked. They do wicked things, yo. That's understandable. They do wicked things. So I'm not finna be telling these brothers, you my brother. You not. If you out here doing drugs and killing people, stealing, nah, bruh, you my enemy. Me and you is enemies. You not my brother, yo. You're not my brother, fam. That's bottom line. And I may use a slang terminology, fam, bro, whatever, but at the same time, that's because that's how I talk. But in reality, nah, man. We two different people. Matter of fact, you gonna try to get the drop on me. Why? Because you have this beast mentality. So this is what One West is giving you. They giving you hatred. They giving you all the means and all the tools to be destroyed. That's what they doing, man. That's what they doing. That's what they doing, yo. And so it's like playing the Hunger Games. The elite, they already know. Let's turn this person against this person. How can you do that? Put them in a situation and see what they gonna do. What they gonna do? If I put this person in this situation, let's see how he gonna respond and how he gonna act towards the next man. We know he gotta eat. We know he gotta feed his family. What he gonna do? Let's see what he gonna do. And so you gotta understand is that the mindset that we see of these people really is a destructive mindset. Why is that? Because they're being taught this to be destructive. And also, if they ain't spiritually grounded and spiritually rooted or mentally stable, what they gonna do when they get put in a position where they gotta eat? They gonna choose the worst. Because they gotta eat, they gotta sustain themselves. So you know what they gonna do. They gonna get it how they live, and they gonna be out here just like an old beast. This beast mentality. I gotta eat. So if I gotta eat, my family gotta eat. So we gonna have to eat before you. No, they ain't trying to make no means or a better way. They ain't trying to do that, yo. They ain't trying to do that. They ain't trying to make a means and say, hold on, if we stick together, then we can all eat. You know what I'm saying? And so then, if you get on it from a community level, and then you go up and say, well, let's turn up a notch and let's go up to where you start dealing with things on an international basis. When you start looking at these different nations, governments, you know what I'm saying, jurisdictions and stuff like that. All of these people is about eating themselves, you know what I'm saying? And so then some was so smart, they had enough sense to say, well, let's come together so we can eat and our immediate families eat, but then we going to eat off the people. You see what I'm saying? So then when you look at these camps out here, they ain't doing nothing but the same thing that them systems is doing. Just like the church is doing. You know what I'm saying? The church do the same thing. The church looking like, hey, we got to eat. You know what I'm saying? We got to eat. So the pastor, he got to eat. His family got to eat. But then when you look in the church, the toilet bowl don't even work. You know what I'm saying? You've been having this same building since 10 to 15 years, but you getting tithes every weekend. You see what I'm saying? This is the foolishness that we see. Everybody want to build a church. You know what I'm saying? It's a church on every corner. Everybody want to build a church. Now, I know the necessity and the need for the church, but at the same time, there should be some growth there. Where's the industrialization that's supposed to go on within the church? In other words, what y'all got? Y'all supposed to have these communities to where these communities should have jobs. You know what I'm saying? You getting the tithes and the offerings. You know, if you're going to be getting that, at least make sure you put that in so you can build communities here and make sure that you build factories so you can provide your people with jobs. You feel me what I'm saying? So they don't have to be getting out here working for a world that's cruel, that's gonna mistreat them. You know what I'm saying? They can get out here and build the kingdom. And then that money can circulate in the kingdom. You see what I'm saying? It's called kingdom cash flow. So even the church wicked. Every time you look around, somebody wanna be online tomorrow. Well, I'm gonna put this online, and you give me $50, you can watch it online. Come on, man. That's foolishness, yo. This is free. What we doing right now? This is free. So the church even is in a wicked state. The Bible says that many gonna fall away from the love of God. The love of God should wax cold in many in these last days. And so what I'm saying is this beast mentality that we see is causing people to be destroyed. This brother, he working against me, stopping what I'm doing and working against what we're doing. And we trying to get people delivered out here because we watching families be destroyed by this wicked doctrine that's being taught in these One West camps. And then they using the women. Come on, man. Listen, when I was in the world, I used to do that, yo. I used to do that. I used to get money from women. You feel me? So I knew how to do that. These brothers, man, they land up at these women houses. They say we not supposed to work for the white man, and some of them do work for the white man. But then you got your lady working for the white man. You ain't turning down that government assistance. You ain't turning down that Medicaid. You know what I'm saying? None of that. Then when it comes time for you to eat, you all at KFC, McDonald's, Burger King. You know what I'm saying? All of that stuff, yo. All of that. And so this brother, he coming after me. You coming after the wrong one. And you say you a comedic. If you was sitting out there saying you a comedic, and then you stood by, and then you didn't say nothing when they was calling your sister all types of B words, that makes me think, yo, what you on, yo? What you on? And so bottom line is even the guys that's in your camp is wicked. The very guys that's among you, you don't know what these guys doing once they leave that camp. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what they doing. And so what I'm saying is we need to be gathering with people that have the same mindset. You know what I'm saying? This pro-righteous. I don't care what color they is. If you going around thinking because a person black that's your people's, you need to grow up. You got a lot of growing up to do. And I experienced that firsthand, that the very person that say that they your brother because they your color will shoot you down. Especially when you've been in life, death experiences. You've been betrayed, backstabbed by the people that say that they your peoples. You know what I'm saying? It makes no sense, yo. But people that was of a like mindset, people that had morality, and some people they wasn't believers, but they had a good moral stance. They had a joint conscience with God, and then you had people also that had a spirituality about themselves, which dealt with biblical believers. Then you also got people in other races that we see that was of the same mindset, that was able to help your situation out, give you the information that you need to further you. When all this person did was try to tear you down, try to destroy you. You know what I'm saying? And so even within the church, those people within the church that we see, and we go to church and we sit up in church. You know what I'm saying? When I'm home, I go to my church, I sit there. But at the same time, I had to sit there and say, you know, what are these people doing to benefit the community? Well, I can't say my church is, because we got a lot of stuff going on. But a lot of these folk, they ain't doing nothing in the communities, yo. They ain't trying to industrialize the community. None of that. None of that. I don't care if you getting together and you say, well, let's put forth a factory where we bring in goods and hire drivers to take the goods out to the stores. Or let's produce, listen, if you could sit at home or you could sit on the block and you could chill out all day long and you ain't got no job, you can get an ideal. Get some type of ideal to get you some type of money. And not just some money to where you could just get black people's money and just eat off of black people, because that's what we try to do is, so let me get an ideal because I know I could use this religion to profit off of it, and black people go eat it up, right? Nah, you want to make something that's good for black people, white people, Asian people, because they do the same thing, yo. What's going on, global media in the building? What's going on, bruh? They do the same thing, yo. In other words, white people, Asian people, and other people, they not just making something for their people. They're making something for all people. They selling all product. That, you know, black people, we get something that we get an ideal, right? We in our mind, I don't want to sell to the white man, and wonder why you don't know anything about economics, because you should have a product that should be used for all people, and then you bring that money back in the community and let it circulate, and then when it wants to go back out, then you know what I'm saying, you bring it back in again. You know what I'm saying? But you let it continue to circulate in the community before it goes out. And this is what we call, this is why we need to learn about finances and economics, man. Very important. And so when you look at, you got these clowns, man. These clowns going around talking about this silly stuff, Ahim, whatever, bro. Hey, you need to grow up, yo. It's time for you to grow up out that mentality, because I would be surprised on what your family, if you do have a family, how they gonna move and survive out here with that type of mentality that you got, yo. See, the reason why me and my family is progressing, why? Because I'm not with the mentality that's been taught to me that was destroying me. You see what I'm saying? Now, if you want to progress in God, right, He will give you that knowledge and that information. And even those who don't walk with God, they still got enough moral sense to know what it means to progress. What's up, Tony Tebb? And to do it the right way. These brothers out here teaching violence, corruption. They got a murderous spirit on them, you know what I'm saying? A lustful spirit on them. These brothers see women walking down the street talking about, yeah, we gonna rape them in the kingdom. I'm trying to figure out why you gotta rape somebody anyways. I don't understand that. Why would you want to rape somebody? Why would you want to rape somebody? I don't understand that. It makes no sense. Talking about you gonna knock her over her head with something and then rape her. You wanna have intercourse with an unconscious body? What kind of stuff is that? If somebody is not willing to give you something, right, to get intimate with you, why would you want to take it? It makes no sense. Why would you want to put up a struggle to take it? That makes no sense, yo. Wouldn't it be better if she didn't resist and you was to get it that way? That'd be better, it seems. Because she's into it and you're into it. And that's why it's important, and that's what marriage is about. Because you're into each other and she's into it. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to understand. Not trying to rape a woman and then talking about you going to rape them. And then here's another thing. If you said you're going to rape them according to your doctrine, what type of money you going to be giving that father of the person that you is raping? Because you ain't got no money. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no money at all. So with that mentality, you must gonna have a lot of shekels, huh? You gonna be passing over a lot of shekels, huh? That's what you teach, right? But the Bible don't say what you saying, yo. And that's a perverted mindset. And you couldn't be around my kids talking like that. Because I'm looking like you raping women, yo? You thinking about raping women? What type of sickness is that, yo? Have you lost your mind? And so then this brother Ahim, he mad at me because I'm out here talking to these brothers. And what he don't realize is these brothers talking about raping African women, white women, You know what I'm saying? And then they try to fool you. This is what they fool you and do. They try to make sure they try to make you think it's all about the white people. That white people is gonna be destroyed by nuclear fire and all this crazy stuff, right? But what they not telling you is that they against Africans too. See, they ain't gonna tell you that because they know that if they start saying that, and you got these conscious brother out here, and cause see, you can't even go talking that stuff in certain neighborhoods. Like if you went up there to Baltimore, you start going a little bit more East Coast, and you start dealing with those guys that's dealing with that consciousness or dealing with the African spirituality. You can't be in their neighborhoods screaming out F the F Africans and they stink and they eat boo boo. You gonna have a war on your hands. They gonna run you up out of that place. You gonna have to run up out of there. See, that's why they don't do that. What they do is they gonna fool you and gonna say the white man this, the white man that. But then when you ask them, hey, I'm an African American, or I have African ancestry, what's up with my people? Do you think they're gonna sit up there and tell a crowd of Africans that's gonna did you know that's been get down in these streets and tell them that you gonna be my slave? You think they gonna do that? They ain't gonna do that at all. See, the only reason why they downtown doing that is because they know they dealing with formal white people. And when you dealing with formal white people, they gonna walk past you. Some of them might argue with you, but if they do argue with you, if they do call the police, they gonna do everything in the name of the law. But you get to getting out there where them predators at, and you get to saying that them predators ain't gonna do that. The predators gonna, hey, look, how you be over here every week? You over here every week? Y'all come over every week. They gonna catch you slipping down there every week, and then if you say something out of pocket, they gonna run you from down there. Because it's getting to the point now to where people don't even want to hear you talking about the Bible anymore in their neighborhoods. Black people, whatever people, they don't want to hear you talking about that in their neighborhoods no more. They don't care that you're a Bible believer. They don't care about that. That's how it's getting out here. And so what happens when you get out here and you telling people these different things? So it says the love of God will wax cold in many. What does that mean? People are going to be misguided. All these beasts out here that's conformed to the beast is now that very image of the beast. That's what y'all don't understand that? You're being tried and tested and you're failing the test. That's bottom line. You're failing. You're failing. And so for this brother to be coming at me talking crazy, putting posts down, I'm going to call you all types of niggas. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I am. Because you tripping, yo. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I am going to do that. Because you tripping, man. And so, and social media is making things like that. Social media is definitely making things like that, because what social media is doing is it's shaping your mind into that very image. It's making you to grow cold in your heart. It's making you to look at these things in the world, because the world count. Man, look, I got family, and I know what was happening to me. When you see these things that go on in the world, it mess with your mind, man. And once it mess with your mind, it could callous your heart. It could callous you, because the world is cold. And if you're not a cold person, you can only learn to be cold if you're sitting up under the world. And that's why you got to be separate from what you see that's in this world. Because if not, you'll be shaped just like what the world is. Why? Because you grow callous. Because if somebody doing dirtiness to you, and they keep doing it, eventually you'll be like, I'm just going to know. I'm just going to ignore them. But if you keep giving them ground, right, eventually you're going to do dirty back to them. So now your garments is filthy now. You see what I'm saying? Because you've been conformed to that very image. And the world love his own. That's it. They love his own, yo. The world finds out how it's gonna take care of his own. We want to all sustain ourselves and preserve ourselves, but we don't want to do it to the point to where we destroying people and breaking down relationships just to do it. That is a dirty game, yo. That's the Hunger Games. Well, you put us all in a position where we got to survive, but in order to survive, we got to attack each other like animals. You see what I'm saying? We got to attack like the beast. Nah, bruh. on a community level, on an international level. Have y'all noticed everybody is attacking each other? Have y'all noticed that? So you got to find it in your mind to where you train like a boxer and you say, I don't care where I get hit at, I might go down, but at the same time, I'm not going to become what you is. And GMS has become that because they've seen the oppression, they experienced the oppression, our ancestors experienced it, but we can't become the beast. You see what I'm saying? Not saying that all white man is the beast, but there is beast in every nationality. And so they want to eat off of everybody else. The predators is out, you feel me? And they all sit at the table with each other. When these governments go and sit down on an international level, they all sitting down before each other, acting like they trying to better the nations. Nah, that's not what's going on, yo. Somebody may be trying to better the nations, but even with that, and trying to better the nations and trying to be civil, there comes forth war. Because everybody don't want to sit down and bring forth something that can help us out on common ground. They don't want to do that. They want to be conniving and deceitful. You know what I'm saying? That's what they want to do. Put you in different classes. And so if you're going to be an overcomer, you sound like it seems like that you ain't trying to overcome at all. Because you yielding right to the very temptation. You yielding right to the very temptation of the beast, bottom line. So what am I saying? I'm saying this morning. Don't come to me with that jive turkey talk. Like I don't know what's going on in these streets. I definitely know what's going on. And I know when somebody trying to speak that foolishness out there on them streets. Them brothers talking crazy out there, yo. And making black people look really bad, yo. Real bad. So it takes brothers to get out there and redirect these guys, because if you look at it, they only recruiting the youth. They recruiting the youth and they recruiting all these older people, and these people are already, we see, are already vile people to where they don't have no understanding, and they already doing wickedness in the streets. So then once a blind guy recruits somebody that's already blind, then they both gonna fall into the ditch. They already raising the youth up to be silly, yo. Them little young guys out there, they silly as I don't know what, man. But look who raising them up. Guys that's talking about raping people. Guys that feel a certain way about themselves and got self-hate within them. That's self-hate. You downtown talking about Africans like you actually know you're an Israelite. And then another thing too is, if you hating on those that were made in the image of God, you really tweaking. Because if you say you a priest, the job of a priest is to reconcile people back unto God. Y'all ain't doing that. Y'all running people away from him. Because y'all acts is acts of wickedness. This is why you can't get these brothers to even have a formal conversation. Why? Because they beasts. That's why. And all they want to do is just yell, rah, 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 roar like lions. But then when it's come to sit down and have a formal conversation, a discussion, they can't even hold a good discussion, man. Because they so used to acting like animals, yo. They used to acting like animals. So then when I come talking this, I'm silly. Before I got off into this religious stuff, before I got off into the Bible, I still had sense to know that, you know, the natural things that God has put in man, just natural things we do by nature on how we should live amongst each other. And what causes division, trouble, and strife, pain, and hurt. I knew all of those things, yo. And when I was out there causing those things and destroying my people, I knew what I was doing was wrong. But I had that beast mentality, and I was just trying to survive. I was trying to eat. And then sometimes I was doing it because I was lazy. because I want to sit around and joke and joan and talk crazy to people all day. Can you imagine that? Y'all know already I can get it in when it comes to joning and talking crazy about and joking around with people. Y'all know I can get it in. Can you imagine me doing that all day long? Not doing nothing, just sit back, hustling, go make a serve, come back, we sitting on the block, we joking. But then when it get real out there, you know what I'm saying? Because it gets real. It gets real out there. You know, disagreements come. All that stuff come, yo. All of that come. You know? And when disagreements come, wars come. Especially if you out there, you say you a blood, and then the opposite come, and then y'all can't find no common ground to get along. It's war out there, yo. I'm going to tell y'all something. When I was out there, I didn't know what I wanted to do in life. I never knew. It took somebody coming and showing me a better way, showing me basically how life can be lived. And that gave me hope. That gave me hope because when I was out there, all I wanted to do is have sex with chicks, misuse them, mistreat them. You know what I'm saying? Because I was hurt. Because once I got hurt, I went on a rampage. Like, I would listen. And was scandalous. I listen. Dudes would send their girls down there to come buy weed for me. I be done took their girls to the crib. Like, and then look, later on, they'd come back and be buying weed for me, not knowing that I was with your girl about an hour, 4 hours ago. I was moving foul out there, yo. But one thing I can say this, I wasn't the type to where, now I was a thief though. I will rob. I ain't gonna lie. I was a thief. But at the same time, I wasn't at the point to where I wanted to harm or kill somebody and rejoice in doing it. I never was at that point. Never was at that point at all. I never was at the point to where I'm walking down the street. We just gonna pick on this dude to sock him out. Nah. I always, if the beef came, it came. Let's deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes if it was escalated because we did something we know we did, I know I was in this dude's backyard. I know what I did. I know he had some. I know I was doing that. So I know if it came back, then hey, we got to deal with it or we gonna get dealt with. And I was willing to face that, you know. But when it comes to spiritual things, and you know, you ain't gonna be able to stand before God with that filthiness. And then when he do punish you, you ain't gonna be able to stand that type of punishment that he gonna put on you for the filthiness. But in this world, we look at it, it's easy for us. We could bond out. You could play ball in jail, dominoes, bones, whatever, cards, spades, whatever, lift weights, kick it, talk to your partners in jail, you know what I'm saying? All of that, yo. All of that. And so what I'm saying is this is, bottom line is that we need to understand that you know, this way of lifestyle that's being taught to you from these guys in this street is wicked, yo. It's wicked. It's wicked, man. And these people ain't making no type of changes to come about their situation, but they getting into more stuff. It really amazes me that you will sit back and talk against me and not realizing the things that these brothers is doing in these streets when you see me coming against it. And it really shocks me the mistreating of the women and I know pimping when I see it, religious pimping when I see it. They talk about the church, but they doing religious pimping just as well. Religious pimping. Yeah. Yeah. You know that these women want to hear some spiritual talk. And you can tell my girl, come on over, let's talk about this Bible. And then you throw the Bible down and you ease your arm on around her. Come on, man. These are the games. Then you tell her, girl, we married now, we had sex. Wait, hold on for a minute. And then when she make you mad, you ain't got no paperwork on her, so she going about her business after you done took all her money. You know what I'm saying? You been taking from her kids' mouth, because 9 times out of 10, if she got kids, you take it from her mouth, from their mouth. You ain't got no money to take care of 5 women. They all in the same household. And if they ain't in the same household, when you get done with that one, you going to the next one. That's unclean, yo. You unclean. You doing nasty things. You ain't consecrated that marriage at all. You ain't got no type of legal documentation, and you ain't got no type of sovereignty among yourself to where you can even establish that. Legal documentation is always good, because you could cover yourself and cover that individual if anything happened. If something happened to that person, how they gonna get what you got? You ain't married. Y'all ain't married. Then half of y'all probably ain't got no life insurance. You know what I'm saying? This real talk right here. This real spill. The Bible says a righteous man leave an inheritance for his kids. How you gonna leave an inheritance for your kids, and you ain't out here working, or you ain't got no money to even pay for a life insurance policy, or to even stack some chips so you can leave your kids something? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying, man. You brothers out there tripping, yo. Y'all tripping. You know, these brothers out there screaming at the white man every chance they get and talking about Africans. Why you ain't out there teaching your peoples, or in their neighborhoods, teaching them to stop picking up swords and killing each other? Why you ain't out there feeding them? Why you ain't out there helping out the widows? Why you ain't out there trying to industrialize your community to give these brothers jobs out here? They want to work, but they can't work because the system, they caught up in the system and they can't even get a job. You know what I'm saying? Why you ain't doing that, yo? Listen, if you ain't crying out for the people or crying out for human beings in general because of position that we in, can you imagine? God saw that it was good. Then thousands of years later, look at this situation how it is now. We out here, man, bad, man. We destroyed out here, yo. And not just destroyed as being black people, but the white people destroyed as being white people. Look at that, man. Anytime that you do, look, on a smaller scale, black people are destroying each other in the communities. On a larger scale, white people are destroying each other, yo. They plotting on dropping a bomb over here, dropping a bomb over there. So then when you look at it on a larger scale and look at the whole world, we all doing the same thing. We all got beast mentality that's in us that we have to get delivered from. So we got to understand that we can't come to that beast, because the beast is a spiritual entity, right? And so that spiritual entities, or those deities that we see, they are in the minds of the people, and then the people become the very beast, right? Because he working through natural beings, and then we succumb to the very evil, and we conform to that very image. It's just like Christ. He came in the flesh. He was glorified back into the Father. And in order for us to worship the Father, we must worship him in spirit and truth. Well, it's the same thing. If you're going to worship God, worship him in spirit and truth. But on the contrary, Satan wants you to worship him in the flesh and in the spirit. God wants that just as well, but God wants it in the sense of where your spirit is spiritually connected to him. You don't think Satan don't want the same thing? He wants you to be spiritually attached to him. So we all got an enemy. They tell you the white man is the devil the Bible speak about. No, we all got an enemy that's outside of human beings. And not only that is, you better look. If you talking about from a biblical narrative, that's what the Bible says. But yeah, man, I got to get back to this job, man. You know what I'm saying? But man, look, a lot of you brothers, man, is conforming to the very image of the beast, or y'all is that image. You know what I'm saying? What up? What up? What up? So man, like, you can't pull one on me, yo. Like, I know what's going on. I know you brothers mad. I know you brothers be plotting and scheming like some demons, because that's what you do. You know what I'm saying? What hood they teaching in? Because IUIC go to the hood. What hood they teaching in? And another thing, Isaac K. Fingers, if you got anything to say on this panel, bruh, you need to be a man, man, a man, and some of the stuff that I'm saying instead of coming on here talking about they teaching the hood. Say something important, yo. Say something important that's gonna cause the masses to get delivered, yo. That's what you need to be doing. I'm saying instead of coming on here because you got a dislike with me, say something that's gonna cause the masses to be delivered. That's important. Don't waste your breath saying something that ain't no good, yo. Especially at a time like this. It's 18, 19 people watching. Say something that's gonna cause people to be delivered, yo, in your neighborhoods, man. You see what I'm saying? Because the neighborhoods is being destroyed on a daily basis. Don't get in here talking about they be in the hood trying to nah, bro. What hood they in, yo? What hood they in? You know what I'm saying? Cause I don't be seeing them in my hood. What hood they in? Right. You know what I'm saying? So don't try to slick talk me, yo. Like I already know what's going on. You get on her, you wasting your. See, that's what I'm saying, yo. Like he instead of him getting on her saying, yeah, them brothers they be tripping this and that. He say they do be in the hood. Ain't you from IOG? Get in here and say something, man, that's gonna give God glory and praise, yo. Don't get in here talking about, oh, yo, they be you wasting your breath, yo. You wasting your breath. You know what I'm saying? You tweaking, yo. And that's what I be talking about. These brothers get in here and they be really trying to take up for these brothers instead of coming out against them. You know what I'm saying? Well, if you ain't got a problem with me, you do got a problem with me. Because if you ain't getting in here, you ain't speaking nothing to say something that's on point, then you do got a problem with me then. You know what I'm saying? You got a problem with me, yo. So, hey, don't get in here wasting your time on that. Get in here trying to be an example, man. Trying to say something that's positive instead of saying something silly like, can you imagine that Christ come to save the world and then he say something silly at a point that where he should be saying something that's very important? That's what this brother just did. You know what I'm saying? He come in here, he say something, they do be in the hood. You know what I'm saying? For what, yo? What for what? What are you saying that for? See, this is the type of stuff that I'm telling you, black people be making me mad with that, yo. Whenever they want to take up for wickedness, they say silly stuff like that, yo. I'm telling you, man, that's what they do. Instead of saying, them brothers be on some wickedness, yo. Right, and he's still in here. They are sometimes on 87 at College Grove Ave. So, what that mean? Why you ain't down there? You go down there and talk against what they dealing with. You know what I'm saying? I'm in Chicago doing that, yo. You go, I ain't even from Chicago. I'm from St. Louis. You go down there and you do that. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because I'm very defensive and offensive. That's why. Because I recognize when the enemy is talking foolishness instead of just talking. Because right now you being of the devil. That's why. That's why I'm talking like that. Yeah, man, they be this and that. You know, bro, I don't care. You get in here and you say something positive, yo. What you doing while they down there? Matter of fact, if you see them down there, what you doing? You standing around there saying, "Amen." What you doing, yo? You know what I'm saying? He get in here, he say something just as so. This not even, it's not unworthy to say. No, nothing, something with no worth behind it. You know what I'm saying? You expect him, he say that he's IOG, Israel of God. He say he an Israelite. You expect him to say something potent. He get in here and say something just as weak as I don't know what. Weak, yo. You know what I'm saying? How weak that was. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I get hostile. Yeah, cause you know why, bro? I recognize the foolishness that you came in here and you just did. All that time you been sitting there watching that whole time, that's all you got to say? Good Lord. You can imagine why the community is like it is. Because you sitting back and you doing what they doing and you right with them where they doing it at, and you ain't saying nothing about it. And when you do come in, you try to sugarcoat it. And that's just what you did, yo. That's just what you did. You sat there for how long watching this, and that's all you got to say? Have you lost your mind, brother? So that's why the community is like it is now. Because you see this brother, out of everybody saying something, he come in and say, they do be down there. That's all you got to say, IOG? Is that IOG coming out to represent on G-Con's platform today? The gospel? You ain't doing that. But they do be down there. What's glorious about what you said that's going to bring somebody to Christ? To confirm that they be down there? Come on, bruh. My issue is with you, what you just said. Don't come in here arguing with this sister about that, yo. Come in here talking and trying to spread the good news if you feel you got it. Coming in here arguing with that sister about this. You lost your mind, Azza? Is there some type of problem going on to where you can't understand that? Is we in the same field? Is we on the same side, yo? Where you at with this, man? Where you at? That's what I'm trying to see. Where you at with this? Because every time, the only brother that get out here and come out here and want to speak this truth with me, this is Israelite, is Zadok ben Israel. You got the brother, you got the brother also Abishai. He get on the panel, yo, and he tell you what's the real is. You got some of them other brothers, but y'all brothers, man, I invite you brothers to the panel. And I say, hey, man, let's come over and come speak about some of these things that's being taught in the neighborhoods for us in regards to Gentiles or non-Israelites. Brothers don't show up. I told Mikael that the other day, come on through, yo. He gonna tell me I'm just gonna sit back and listen. Nah, sit back and listen for what? You wouldn't sit back and listening over there when Lex Vortex and them was arguing, and also the real black atheists was arguing with each other. You arguing with them when you need to be sitting in the hood, right? And we know y'all be in the hood, but we know when it comes to IOG and them, but you need to be on the panel with these guys telling GMS and One West that their doctrine is wrong. Now that we need to stand with each other on. You know what I'm saying? Right. But is that what you getting on her saying? What's your point getting on her saying that for? They do be in the hood. Man, how you sound? How you sound? They do be in the hood. Shit, you getting on her saying something else that's potent that's going to change somebody's life. We talking about industrializing the community, spiritual concepts, and you get on here and the first thing you say is, they do be in the hood. You ought to sit back and think about that, bruh. Sit back and just think about that, bro. Instead of coming in and say, yeah, them brothers out there teaching a lot of followness. They ain't representing Israel or representing the people of God. They ain't representing Christ, first of all. They ain't glorifying God. You get in here talking about they do be in the hood. Like we need you to confirm that for them. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying, bro. You don't see how that sound? You sound silly saying that, yo. You need to choose your words wisely and make them be potent a little bit, yo. They do be in the hood. You sat there how long watching this, and that's all you got to say? And then you arguing with this sister about them being in the hood? You need a better message than that, yo. A better message than that. I ain't saying you dealing with One West at all. Barely talk about them. The Bible says judgment come forth first in the house of God. You barely talk about them. The majority of the time I see you on some other stuff. You ain't talking about One West. You still trying to prove you're Israelite. I'm out of here, man. This brother tweaking out here, man. And see, that's what I'm saying. He trying to pull a fast one. Out of here, yo.